Welcome to The Awareness Shift, a social media platform where we explore the transformative power of self-awareness, energy, and conscious living. Hi, I'm Anita, and thank you for sharing your energy with me as we elevate and transform our lives together. And this is Beyond the Mirror Insights. In today's episode, Narrative, Watching Our Thoughts, the Key to Inner Harmony. Have you ever taken a moment to truly watch your thoughts? Not judge them, not suppress them, but simply observe them as they arise and flow. It's fascinating and sometimes surprising how much power our thoughts hold over our lives, yet for many of us, our thoughts run unchecked, shaping our reality in ways we don't even realize. So let's take a journey together into the art of thought awareness, why it's essential, how to practice it, and how to shift our inner narrative for a life of peace and purpose. Every experience we have begins with a single thought. Nothing comes before a thought. Thoughts are like seeds, and when planted in the soil of our consciousness, they grow into actions, beliefs, and ultimately our reality. Think about it. How many times has a fleeting worry spiraled into full-blown anxiety? Or a joyful memory brightened an otherwise gloomy day? Our thoughts are not passive. They are creative forces. The universe responds to our thoughts, or more so, our vibration that accompanies the thought, much like an echo. Whatever we project in vibration, whether it's gratitude or worry, confidence or doubt, comes back to us in some form. But here's the catch. Most of us don't consciously choose our thoughts. Instead, they're unruly guests at a party, coming and going as they please. And now this is where awareness comes in. The first step in mastering our thoughts is simply to watch them. So picture your mind as a clear blue sky and your thoughts as clouds drifting by. Not every cloud deserves your attention. Some will be gray and stormy, others light and fluffy. And instead of getting caught in the storm or chasing after a passing cloud, practice observing it without attachment. Now, this doesn't mean you should ignore your thoughts. No, acknowledge them. However, don't let them take the wheel. See, that's the difference. So we can ask ourselves, is this thought helping me or hindering me? Does this align with my life, of what I want to create? You know, Einstein is quoted to have said, match the frequency of the reality we want, and we'll get it. It can be no other way. It's not religion. It's mathematics. Awareness is the light that allows us to see our thoughts for what they are. Temporary, malleable, and often not as significant as they seem. Sometimes our thoughts need a gentle course correction. This is especially true when they lead us down paths of fear, self-doubt, or unproductive negativity. The key is to catch these thoughts early before they gain momentum and shape our reality in ways we don't desire. We're always manifesting, whether what we want to manifest or what we don't. And the origin is our thought. So now, here's how we can adjust our thoughts. So pause and reflect. You know, when you notice an unhelpful thought, pause. Take a deep breath. This creates space between the thought and your reaction or response. 2, yourself, is this thought based on fact, or is it just a story I'm telling myself? Often, our most troubling thoughts are rooted in assumptions, not fact or truth. 3. Reframe the thought. Replace the unhelpful thought with one that is empowering. For example, instead of thinking, I can't do this, try, I am capable of learning and growing. In other words, it ain't the thing, it's how we're looking at it, what we are believing, and whether soulfully true or false. It's not about suppressing or denying our emotional sensations. It's about redirecting our mental energy toward thoughts that are uplifting and empowering to get into that feeling state of being. So now let's talk about what happens when our thoughts run wild. Uncontrolled thoughts are like weeds in a garden. They can choke out the beauty and potential of our lives. Imagine waking up in the morning and your first thought is, today is going to be awful. Without even realizing, that thought sets the tone for the day. We'll find ourselves unconsciously looking for evidence to support that belief, and we'll definitely find it because it's our vibration that brings the experience to us. Now, however, what if we consciously choose a different thought? Something like, today is a fresh start full of possibility. That single shift can change how we perceive and respond to everything that happens. See, it's all about energy. Everything naturally engaged, resonates, and gravitates toward the inside of you. ENERGY. Now, the good news is we are not our thoughts or the accompanying vibration. We are co-creator, observer, the thinker, the one with the power to choose which thoughts we entertain and which to release. So now here's a simple daily practice to take back control. Morning check-in. Before starting our day, let's take 5 minutes to set an intention. We're going to choose one that's empowering and one that's going to carry us and uplift us. And then midday, it's a midday reset. Around lunchtime, pause. And we're going to reflect on our thoughts right then, right now. Are they aligned with the intention we set in the morning, or do we need recalibrating? And then our evening thought. This is gratitude. Let's end our day by listing 3 positive thoughts or experiences. This guides our mind to focus on the good. With consistent practice, this mind and thought awareness becomes second nature. When we watch our thoughts, we reclaim our power, and it can be so much fun and freeing. We no longer let our minds dictate our lives. Instead, we become conscious co-creators of our reality. Imagine a life where your thoughts align with your deepest desires. A life where you feel empowered, peaceful, and purposeful. This isn't just a dream. It's a practice. And starts with a simple decision. Simply watch our thoughts. Adjust them when needed, and never let them run our lives unchecked again. Stay the shift and refuse to revert. So the next time a thought crosses your mind, remember, you have a choice. Now you can let it pass, you can transform it, and most importantly, you can choose the ones that serve you. You can choose the thought you want to think about. Now let's make that choice moment by moment, thought by thought. Self-awareness is a journey elevating a destination. By exploring our inner world and its connection with the outer world, we unlock the potential to live with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. So let's take a moment today to pause, breathe, and reflect. Every step we take towards self-awareness is a step toward a more empowered and fulfilling life with the oneness of inner peace. Thank you for joining me on this exploration, and until next time, keep looking beyond the mirror and tapping into the power within you. And in closing, I give you this affirmation. I am aware of my thoughts, knowing they shape the world I experience. The journey, self-recovery, and awareness are beautiful, and I hope you know Soul Beautiful, both she and he, so are you. Touch on trust, tap into you, and let's elevate our energy and transform our lives one beautiful moment at a time together. Visit www.anitacpowell.org or contact me at tapintoyou@gmail.com, TAP2YOU@gmail.com. Again, thank you for listening. I am Anita, Energy Principal Practitioner, Metaphysical Coach, and Consultant. Join the movement, spread the word, increase the peace. The more we cultivate inner peace, the more we co-create peace around us. Blessings, peace.